Where did I finish? Oh, we were talking about the dining hall. And I described that back in the back on the roadside, away from the ocean, was the military offices. And there was, I can't remember the years, I think it was 86, 87, and 88, 3 years. Our family lived on campus there for a while. And we lived up over the military offices. It used to be the old infirmary. And you had to go up these little skinny stairs, and there was a nurse's office, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 bedrooms and a bath down at the other end and a bath in the nurse's office. So the years that, no, that wasn't the right years. No. Because Brian was a student there part of the time. So I've got my years off a little bit.
So
but,
you're saying, so you lived in the military office?
We lived up above it in the old infirmary, because it was outlawed as an infirmary because you couldn't get a stretcher up and down the steps. So they
so you have an incredible memory.
Yeah. And they built a new infirmary down further on the property where they had the PX, where the boys would purchase everything they needed and had their uniforms altered and things like that. And that, and the other side of that was the infirmary.
What does PX stand for?
Post exchange.
Oh.
So, yes. And that was a good place. And you could also buy candy bars and stuff like that too.
Okay.
You know, and stationery if you wanted to write home or whatever. One thing I really wanted to say though about the military, since I was there until 93, that was the last, I read on here somewhere, that was the last all-male graduating class that my son was in. And then I knew that they were proposing some other programs to expand the middle school and to expand the nursery school and kind of make it a all ages. And they started taking in girls at some point in that time too, and they had a good program. But one thing the brothers really did, I respect them so much, they really tuned in to students and to the most modern teaching methods. They all went and took classes to upgrade their skills all the time, and they just had amazing educational programs, no matter what age they were addressing. So
wow.
I had a feeling that they were well done, but for some reason the time had kind of petered out for military schools. And I always thought myself, I never said it to anybody, and like I told you, maybe it's not politically correct, but I think the newer brothers who were coming in, they were younger, and they had newer ideas and good education ideas, but they didn't particularly like the military. They thought that was too warlike or something. And I understood how they felt, but on the other hand, I think all of us on the faculty felt that the military program just really gave the structure to the whole thing. The kids had to be here, they had to be here, they had to do this and this, and in between was this wonderful education in that setting.
Very nice.
And when you took away the setting and the structure that you had to be up at a certain time and you had to be in bed at a certain time, and this, when you kind of diluted that and eventually kind of didn't do it, because they took in kids in the high school who were not in the military program and lived over in another dorm that was run totally differently. I think that took some of the magic out of it for me. That's just me, and it doesn't have to be the attitude that most people would have, but I felt that was an important part. And I always thought that the military people told us, they were also, like the brothers, everybody respected them the most on the campus. The brothers and the military men had the just highest regard. They were held in, really high esteem by the students. And they always told us that the purpose of the military was to keep the peace. And I believed that. So just to keep everybody in a peaceful environment and get along, because your expectations were set and limited.
Right.
And within that, you could be all creative and wonderful as much as you wanted to,
Right.
But,
that's an interesting way to look at it.
Yeah, I just thought it was a good thing. So, anyway,